Well, folks, it's that time again. I'm going to make myself some toast and a coffee, and I thought I would just bring you along for this little adventure. Just want to do some catching up with you as I got some time. We are currently sitting at the top side of beautiful Loch 40 on the Trent Severn Waterway. We are back for another getaway. We were here, if you look down at my channel, a couple of videos ago, we were here about 3 weeks ago. We stayed at the bottom side of the loch just for one night, and had a great time, and I shared that experience with you. But today we are midway through the long weekend. It's the Canada Day long weekend today, or sorry, this weekend. Today being Friday, the 2nd of July. Yesterday being a holiday here in Canada, so we figured let's get away from the marina, go somewhere. This is fairly close to home. Just a couple things I want to mention was I'm constantly asked over and over how long does it take to get from point A to point B or back or whatever on the Trent Severn Waterway. I got a kitty cat meow, so I got to let him in here. Come on, silly. Come on. Come on. Come on, meowy head. Anyways, little tiny. He wants to get in here with me. Come on, silly. I had the door closed because the generator's running. Being at a loch, we don't have any shore power here, so we got shore power in a gas setup. Anyways. Yeah, so anyways, getting back to what I was saying about the how long does it take to get from point A to point B, and as I always tell everybody, I can't tell you that because it all depends on many variables, including, well, I'm going to give you an example. When we were here 3 weeks ago, it took us from our dock to the bottom of the loch exactly to the minute 2 hours to arrive. Yesterday when we came up, it was 4 hours because, first of all, the swing bridge, and yes, I'm going to include a different video, a standalone video of this adventure here. But when we got here, as we were coming up, the swing bridge that we have to pass was broken. That's a first for us. So we were waiting with 4 other boats ahead of us, so we had to wait for them to get the swing bridge operating again. And by the time they swung it, there was a 5th boat, one that had just passed right by. As soon as the bridge swung, boom, we were tied up, and he didn't wait for us, but whatever. So that meant that there was a number of boats in line. There was a number of boats ahead of us, and so 6 in total, including us. So the loch could only hold 4 of the boats because we're all larger length boats. So we had to wait for an extra loch, and then by the time we got through that loch, plus the waiting for the swing bridge to get here, was 4 hours. 4.25 hours to get to the top side of the loch. So 4 hours, just shy of 4 hours to get to the bottom where we were a couple weeks ago in only 2 hours. So, like I say, you can never tell. It depends on the locks, how many boats are going through. If again with the locks, you're going to come in to the bottom up, boom, or the opposite. But if you're waiting for boats that have already hit the lock at the top side and they have to lock them through and out, then you're waiting for that in the opposite direction. So we've seen that many times in the past where it takes, let's say 4 hours to do a trip, but coming back the other way, it takes 6 hours or more, or vice versa. So like I say, you can never tell. My best advice is always take your time because there's so much to see along the way, and it's a beautiful experience. And why rush it, right? Excuse me. I need coffee cream and peanut butter. Where's the peanut butter? Sure, that was right at the very, very back of the fridge, which is not a problem. Anyways, I think the toast is done. Yes, it is nicely toasted. So I'll put the coffee maker on the Keurig. Yeah. Take your time, see what you can see. Don't plan to be there in a specific amount of time because it may take longer, or you may just find that it's a great spot like this to stop for a night or two, and why rush it, right? The other thing I want to mention is, yes, the generator's working great. As you can see, we've got a lot better voltage. I mentioned this in the last video, and so everything's working good. Microwave worked fine this morning, coffee, everything is going good, so I'm very happy about that. The final thing I want to mention to you is I'm hoping sorry, I just had to put that on pause for a second because when the element was heating up, it was really, really noisy. Let me just put this back and get right back again. packing food for 3 nights away, it takes a lot of efficiency on Anchor Girl's part to get it all fitting in there, because remember, the back fridge is only for beer. So yeah, it's all good. Anchor Girl was actually saying that she had quite a bit of a 1 row left over, that if we had more food, we could have put that in storage too. And just in comparison with our last boat, our 400 sedan bridge had a full-size fridge, which was actually, I think, called a 3/4 fridge technically, and no fridge in the back. There was an ice maker, but we generally use it just as a cooler, so everything fit in that big fridge. So this being a smaller fridge, and the second fridge, we actually have more capacity than we had in the big boat, which is a good thing, because that's something that we're keeping in mind for a potential future boat. Yes, honey? Do you want some?
Oh, the coffee's smelling good.
No, the coffee's smelling good. Let me make you one. Sorry, I was going to stop to make Anchor Girl's coffee, but I was told what did you say, honey?
Sometimes you go a little cheap on the Baileys.
Did you hear that? Yeah, I go cheap on the Baileys. So Anchor Girl's going to top up the Baileys into her coffee as well.
Did you put Baileys?
No, it's coffee cream. I'm driving. But I was just mentioning, honey, how efficiently you pack everything into this somewhat compact fridge, and that we still have lots and lots of room for stuff, including coffee cream.
I had a whole shelf. Plus tons of room in the freezer.
Did you put ice in there?
No, I could put a bag in there, but I don't really need it. I'll put a fresh bag in.
Yeah, so Anchor Girl likes the Baileys in her coffee. I like the Baileys periodically, the odd time, in a little glass with some ice. So the ice is very important on the boat.
Oh, maybe I better get some and put it in there then, in case you want Baileys tonight.
Where would you get the ice?
Out of that cooler.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, for weather's good.
Oops. Sorry.
Oopsies. Say oopsies.
Oopsies.
Anchor Girl couldn't see that the camera was sitting on the lid of the trash receptacle.
I saw it.
But you knocked the friggin' thing over. Oh, man.
I thought it had suction cups on the bottom. Now that would be a good idea. Put little suction cups on the bottom of that thing.
The GoPro has suction cups on the bottom, but I choose to use this camera instead this time. I know, get out of your way. All right, stand by. Okay, now that Anchor Girl's done all her destruction because she knocked that friggin' camera over the second time. Anyways, no worries, all good. But what I was saying is that, yes, eventually we will have a bigger boat. I mentioned that to you in the past. I've been looking at a couple of different models. Of course, going to be another Sea Ray. But we kind of zeroed in and come into an agreement on what the next boat's going to be, and I'm not going to let you know because I don't want to influence the market, so shall we say. So that's 2 years down the road. But yeah, another Sea Ray, so we're really looking forward to it. And again, like I say, come into the conversation about fridges and everything else. Like probably, maybe not, don't know, can't remember anything. But mentioned to you in the past that when we sold the big boat, the 400 sedan bridge, and decided to downsize, not downgrade, because still a Sea Ray, so the grading was still there. We had set our sights on a 310 Sundancer, which is the one boat smaller than this one, because it's the 330, same vintage. But the only thing, I'd only had one fridge, and that would have caused difficulties because Anchor Girl wouldn't have had anywhere to store her food because all my beer would have been in the fridge. So that's why we settled on this boat, and yes, we're very happy, continue to be happy with the boat. But one thing that we miss from the last boat was having a separate stand-up shower stall. Yes, we make do with the one here, and yes, there's a video down on my channel of the customization I did in the head here, so we can have a a shower stall, but it's a little bit tight for me, so that's one thing we were looking forward to getting again. So yeah, that's about that, but that's down the road, and yeah, that's down the road. Yes, we know the boat we're going to get, and no, I'm not going to tell you, so don't try and tell me what kind of boat we're going to get. Anyways, yeah, lastly, I'm just going to wrap this up by saying, before Anchor Girl comes in here and drops the camera again, is going to be a change in my schedules. If you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I do my best to get a new video every Thursday, first thing in the morning, you know, once a week. So what I'm going to try and do is put out 2 videos a week at least, but they're just going to come willy-nilly. Not Willie Nelson, but willy-nilly. As I'm going to try and spread them apart, spread them out, you know, 3 days, 4 days apart from each other, and try to get into some sort of rhythm. And so that hopefully you guys can look forward to new stuff, more stuff, because what I'm doing now, because we are in the throes of full-on summer, is as we're traveling, I'm going to try and do a little bit more of this, and whatever I can think of on the way. I did actually 2 videos as we were driving over here yesterday of things that I thought might interest you, because hopefully they're helpful stuff, more like tip stuff or insights and did you know type of things, and whatever else. If I see something interesting where we're stopping at a lock, maybe I'll make a standalone video just on that. I don't know, but I'm trying to get out more content and help hopefully build the channel more, because I know I've said this to you many times in the past. I would love to do this full-time for a living, but yeah, it's just not realistic right now. So I hope to build the channel a little bit more, and hopefully I can give you guys more content and more interesting stuff, and keep you guys all inspired and looking forward to boating, and hopefully your own boating adventures, because that's what it's all about. That's what this channel is all about, just inspiring you to do more. Get out in your boat, work on your boat, try different things, see different things. Yeah, so hopefully that's working. So like I say, look forward to that in the coming weeks. Actually, today I livened up a video, which is now the second one for this week. So yeah, hopefully you looked at that one that was putting in the new alternator. Okay, before this coffee gets cold in my Boating with Boogaboo mug, I'm going to leave it at that and say again, cheers, look forward to your comments, and I will see you on the next one and the one after that. Cheers. Hold on. Ready, mug. And the little pussycat says hi too. Put me down. Okay, see ya. Bye.